Guys, yeah, my liver's been going. Oh, wait a second. My liver's been going, yay! No, just kidding. I only drink in front of the camera. The rest of the time I don't even touch the stuff. What are we looking at today? Looking at Sidecar. This is an orange IPA, ale brewed with orange peel from Sierra Nevada. And I think there's three other things still left in the fridge from David Brown in cahoots with Frontline Cigars. And I chose this one because there was a 5.5, a 6, a 6.7, and a 6.8. This one's 6.8. And before I get into this, though, I'm gonna show you one thing. I got a what's in the box thing from Hornet Fixer the other day, and he sent along bottle openers. He's got a bottle opener that's a ring. That's kind of cool. I've actually never seen one of those. And then he had the one that he had to get me because he knew it'd piss me off. And it's okay, Jim. It's not really pissing me off. It's just I'm a Star Trek person. Doesn't mean I've denounced Star Wars, but it's a Millennium Falcon bottle opener. And let's give this one a try right now. And then once we're underway, so we're not pissing off Jack. Oh yeah, worked swimmingly. Then once we get through this, we're already over time anyway, and Jack's just gonna bitch. I'll show you the rest of the stuff that your Hornet Fixer sent. It's not my Hornet Fixer. Okay, it's got looks like there's a little unfiltering happening there. It has a subtle orange smell to it, but nothing as you'd expect by reading the label. So cheers. Again, subtle, not too bad. Little on the dry or bitter side, which actually doesn't come as a surprise for anything from Sierra Nevada. They're for me, they've always been it's beer. If all you had for the rest of your life, if I found out, I ended up on Beer Island and they only had one thing in stock, but it would never ever run out, and it was Sierra Nevada, I'd be like, oh well, it's still beer. I mean, they've got a couple things that are not bad, but for the most part, they're... So we've been getting our ass kicked by snow, and then the recovery part. And I want to start out by saying every reason that I didn't vote for you, Mayor of Duluth, Emily Larson, just got fortified in the way that this has been handled. I'm born and raised here. I lived in the Twin Cities in Buffalo, Minnesota, and Milwaukee, north side of Milwaukee, the least shitty holest part of Milwaukee. And so for the most part, I've been here my entire life, and the way that the snow management has gone down this season is pitiful. And you want to go to the Duluth Facebook site, you'll pretty much see the frustration level. Well, maybe you lazy motherfuckers, that 26 or 28% of the population, I might even been lower than that, of Duluth voted. This is what happens when you don't vote. So, from Jim, he sent me the Reaper pepper that was in his Satan sauce, and well, she's I won't be needing this, Jim. I appreciate the fact that you sent it to me, but between the thanks to Mark Peace and my own garden this year, I couldn't eat them fast enough, and I have bags and bags of peppers in the freezer. Then for Christine, he sent some whole oregano. She really likes seeing that. Some chili peppers. Then he sent me I've never even heard of this, Jim. I've never even heard of this. Fried lima beans with chili. Now, I don't know if I've made a comment in the past, and that's why Jim decided to do this, but the lima bean is, in my book, is right in there with Brussels sprouts and other things that I personally never want to put in my mouth. Yeah, I know that doesn't leave much out, does it? Now, on the other hand, I have heard that some people tell me that there's some recipes out there that even some of the most nasty things, like a Brussels sprout, can evidently be made very edible. So, if it didn't have the chili on it, I'm not sure it'd have any flavor at all. You like these, Jim, or? Corn oil, hot peppers, salt. Yeah. I'll eat them. You know, that actually wouldn't be bad on, I know it's going to sound weird, but on like a salad in place of the croutons. A little softer than a crouton. A little bit more flavor. Then, he sent me some hot and spicy pork rinds. Smokehouse flavored. Now you do have my attention. Of course, it was to be sold by 2 months ago. Jim's awesome, and they're finding stuff for people. Shipping, on the other hand, is a variable. What is this? Sheffley's? Well, for you people that say they don't understand how I could eat the microwave salt rinds instead of pork rinds, these are definitely lower on the sodium. Again, really mild. Let's see, chili pepper, paprika, stuff that's bad for you, onion powder, garlic powder, yellow dye number 6, caramel color, and red 40 Lake. Man, shit, some of the best red 40 Lake I've had. And the next thing he had folded over so I couldn't read it. It says, Eric's favorite flavor. I'm like, Eric's favorite flavor. That Jim. How does he know? And to go on with my my cock flavored soup, he sent a bottle of Terrible from Unibrow, 10.5%. This is a Belgian style quad ale, bottle fermented. I was gonna have this tonight, but it's a little bit more beer than I wanted to have tonight. Which we'll review that ASAP. So yeah, I say it's a little bit more beer than I wanted to have tonight, and I'll drink the two of these and a few other things, and wonder about that math. Okay. What do I got here? Let's see. Two comments that got missed. The DFC says, cock yodelers, laugh out loud. Foo Master 2, some tasty looking treats on this one. I love blue. And so on Blood Orange Ale, first was Smile Money. Back in the competition. Oh, excuse me. Second was Brad Thomas, and he says, excuse me, yep, Smile Money first again. These early ones are working for me. This one won't be an early one because it's already past the dinner time. Been doing. See, that's guys. That's why I haven't been here. We have gotten our little asses pounded like a cheap hooker on snow, and by the time I have gotten in the house to do a brew review, it was long past dinner time. So I wasn't about to make Christine wait another hour plus for dinner, so I had to forego it because of Mother Nature. It's been very, very interesting, and again, most of the problem has been I mean, we're not new to frickin' snow here in Duluth, Minnesota. What we are new, I guess, is when they pull the plows. Usually, it was bad, but when they do little to nothing and then pull the plows, you were behind the 8-ball. You were way behind the 8-ball before things even got terrible, and that could have all been avoided. Then someone from the city, I don't know if it was the mayor or someone from the road management department, actually had the little tiny stuck up his ass balls to say, well, the reason we're having a problem plowing now is because people were driving on the roads. Let's get something straight, ass candle. You make people wait 48 hours. Alcoholics Anonymous, how may I direct your call?
That's not believable at all.
Well, guys, right in the middle of a brew review, who do we get the pleasure of dealing with? We not only can we get insulted in the comments, we can just go straight to the audio.
That's right. You got your tinfoil out yet?
Hang on. Okay.
Did you open the brew?
Yeah, I opened it.
Have you spent 45 minutes smelling it?
Here. If you hear a loud noise, that's you falling to the floor. You're on the camera. No, I had some goodies from the Hornet Fixer, so I kind of waited to open it so that I could open up a bottle opener from Hornet Fixer. So that's my excuse.
Always an excuse. Well, I just want to let you know I have radioactive breath, so you might want to stand back.
Okay. I
had 20 minutes of radioactive waves to my brain.
20 minutes all at one time?
Yeah. Well, no, it goes on and off, and they come out and make little marks on your mask and pretend they're doing things.
I'm sure.
I slapped the one guy 3 times with his hands went near my never-nevers. And the other guy said, "Back it off, it isn't Eric."
Now, I don't know if well, I'm sure you probably have, because you've probably seen more imagers in the last few years than I have in my life. But one of the last times I had to go in for an MRI, I don't know why. I was told afterwards that they normally ask you if there's a certain genre of music you'd like to listen to, but they didn't. They literally turned the lights down, had elevator music playing, and then wondered why I started dozing off, and they told me that they were going to have to restart the 7-minute imaging sequence because I flinched. I'm like, put on some music worth listening to, or I don't know, maybe put on a libtard political show, and there's no way I'm going to sleep then. Was that you or something else beeping?
Yeah, that was me.
Wait, are you backing up?
No, we're making Texas caviar for our guests.
Oh, nice. I
also found a hunk of cow in the freezer that is a section of. It looks like T-bone steaks, I think. A T-bone steak roast. You ever had T-bone steak roast?
No.
Yeah, I think that's the part of the cow. That cow I cut into 8 pieces.
Well, I got when you watch this, standing behind me on the table, I got the goodies that I got from Hornet Fixer, and then I have a few things laid out on the table. I'm thinking about bringing to the range this weekend.
Pea shooters?
Well, yeah, since I've got, of course, my pride and joy here, the Ruger Blackhawk chambered in a 10 millimeter. And actually, you get to go down in history as you were the one that told me go ahead and shoot it with the other cylinder, the 3840. I believe your exact comment was, go ahead and get it out of your system because you'll never shoot it with that cylinder in it again. And guess who was right on that?
Hard to compete with a 10 millimeter.
That 3840, I thought it was like a squib. I thought I was shooting squibs.
Well, from what I hear, you do, but
yeah. Well, leave Joey's sister out of this. So right now it's sporting those beautiful rosewood grips that I got from I Carry One. So this is definitely going to the range this weekend. And then I got 2 flavors from Uberti. Well, actually, I don't. This one belongs to Christine, and if she came down here, her exact comment would be, "What the hell are you doing with my gun?" Well, Mr. Holster, me and you were talking, and Christine's is like the offering that I like in a barrel length. And I think you thought they're 6-inch.
in other words, it's got a long barrel so you can compensate.
Well, it's a longer barrel, but it's not. The other U-Birdie that I'm going to be bringing, the barrel on that one is over 2 inches longer, but this one has probably one of the most impressive cowboy gun triggers I don't know if someone did a trigger job on this thing or they just shot it this smooth. So, yeah, long story short, at this moment in time, there's going to be 2 calibers for sure. You already know what those are. And I may or I may not. I'm thinking about bringing this. Mm-hmm. Of course, he has no idea what I'm holding up.
I have a good idea what probably you would be holding up. Perfect.
No, not that. I was half-heartedly thinking about bringing the Desert Eagle. Then, due to lack of comment from the guy on the phone, when I'm at the range this weekend, one of the guys that I'm planning on seeing there absolutely loves this gun, so I'm thinking that I'm going to bring this one too.
This one being what? For those of us who can't see.
The Walther.
that P9875, what is that thing called? The S&W 9 or
S&W 99.
Was that similar to a Walther P99?
Yeah.
You know, Walther hasn't made a decent gun since the P88, you know. You realize that, don't you?
You know, hey, out of curiosity, how many in your lifetime, which I know is vast, how many revolvers have you owned?
I have the slightest idea. I can tell you that when I moved up here, I was going through my records and I had 575 receipts for guns I never owned. Sorry, that I own, but I don't own anymore, put it that way, yeah. That I don't own anymore. Because I was going through my records compiling.
I don't know if you've ever heard of this guy. He's a pretty cool guy on YouTube. And I think his longest video that I've ever seen from him might have been 5 minutes long, so that's probably why people really appreciate him. His channel is his name, Eric Petway. His latest video, inside of one of his gun safes, he had a safe. He couldn't, for the life of him, remember what was even in the safe. That's just part of the setup to this. His video was basically showing how to get into the safe. He cut the hinges off. And he was curious as to what was in it. When he moved the safe around, he could tell there was something in it because there was a tumbling sound. Now, from my best ability to freeze frame and count at the same time, what was in the safe was... Now... As he's going through the items that he's pulling out of this little safe, he makes the comment that he's not a revolver guy. There was 26 revolvers in the safe. A few of them from Smith & Wesson that would actually fetch a decent amount of money. And then there was, I think there was probably 2 revolvers in the entire collection that didn't actually get my heartbeat up a little bit, and I wouldn't say I'm a huge revolver guy. I have a couple things, granted, on my short list of 5 guns or less, I have and you know what it is. I have a revolver on my, what I'd call my holy grail, something I'd like to pick up before I, I'm no longer able to pick up a gun. But to say I'm not a revolver guy and then actually space out and forget that you own 26 revolvers. They've been out of your focal point so long that you forgot you even have them.
That's because he has a lot of other guns that are not revolvers.
Yeah, that was my comment. I'm like, you have 26 or so revolvers, and first of all, you say you're not a revolver guy, and second, you forgot that you even had them. Now it really makes me wonder what the rest of your collection looks like.
Mostly, I think he has plastic Walthers.
So, do you want to participate in me reading the comments? Because I'm sure you'll have great stuff to say about the comments.
Okay, yeah, get going on your show.
Okay, you're joining us on what is going to be the fourth comment. So I'm actually not very far into the shit show.
Who was the person that was the first comment that has no life?
Smile Money.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is I think a second first in a streak of a long time of not even placing in the top two. He credits it to a few early brew reviews. This one is not going to be an early brew review. I should already be eating dinner right now. Okay. JR10 says first to claim second or third if we're splitting hairs. Frontline Cigars says first, but not first, but top 5. Stalker Steve says fifth. Jolson says this video needs more cowbell and shots. Say, since you actually have cows, do you have cowbells?
You don't put cowbells on cattle. You put them on dairy cows.
Why do you?
We don't have any dairy cows.
Why would you put it on either one of them? What is the reasoning?
So you know where the cow is.
Isn't that why we have fences?
Oh, yeah, in theory you should keep them fenced in, but I guess so you then don't come. The dairy cows, they gotta be milked twice a day. You gotta keep track of them.
Oh, well.
Put them in and out and
it's amazing what you can learn during a brew review. Personally, I'm not saying that I dislike the cowbell. I mean, I don't want to lose Tardisius as a friend. But my ultimate living hell might be coming back as a cow with a cowbell in a grocery store. That's or Walmart. That's about as bad as it could possibly get. Or hanging out with Hillary Clinton for the weekend or something.
That'd be awful.
Ugh.
We do have a couple cowbells here, though, if you're worried about that.
Oh, here,
Somewhere.
How was that for you?
That works for me. I think one of the cowbells came from Switzerland.
So it's just like an artifact, but it's never actually been on a cow because you don't have dairy cows?
No, it was on a cow. It was on a Swiss cow. I think it was on a chocolate cow.
Hey, in case you're wondering or keeping score, I'm on my second beer right now. I'm gonna open this one with the one that you told me that was your personal favorite opener.
since the first of the year. That's a long time for the tinfoil to keep it fresh.
Well, that's probably why I got the tinfoil hat on, and it's redirecting the alien signals and conspiracy broadcasts. So my focal point is just on drinking.
You did stop at the liquor store today.
Me?
I did.
Oh. The last time I went to a liquor store was to scoop up some of those really good deals on the blue from Grain Belt, and I bought 4 12-packs. And as of right now, I've given away 2 of them. Mike next door, who was trapped in his house for 48 hours, ran out of smokes and alcohol, and so I gave him a 12-pack, and my lovely youngest one stopped over last night to raid me of flat rate shipping packages, and I asked her if she realized that Grain Belt Blue was a seasonal thing and the liquor stores were selling it out and for some reason practically giving it away, dropping it from $10.99 a 12-pack to $4.99 a 12-pack, and J-Dog contacted me and said he can get some for $3.99, and I said, buy a bunch of them and I'll buy them from him. So I'm just a super nice guy, and I gave away 2 12-packs in the last 24 hours.
Well, that's a good deal. That's what I should have got. That bottle I bought you, that fancy bottle, was pretty expensive. It looks fancy, though. It's got tinfoil on the top, and it said it was the champagne of beers, cost $3.49. So we got you set up when you get here. Nothing but the best. All right.
Oh, I can't wait to bring my favorite, or his favorite gun to the range this weekend. God, that's sweet. Okay, back to the comments. Gillian says, I always run very aggressive all-terrain tires on all of my vehicles year-round. That's a good advice for if you have snow or lots of mud. Smile Money, if you dig out your car, there will be a mountain to the front and rear. The city would be better served if they just leave cars stay where they are unless they plan to come down the street with loaders and dump trucks. Smile Money, at no time ever in the city of Duluth do they ever remove the snow from any of the side streets. The main arteries, which are considered the snow emergency routes, and especially downtown because of the business storefronts, they will blow the snow out into the street, and then they have probably one of the coolest snow blowers you'll ever see. It could basically take care of it could take care of an entire community of libtard protesters without even slowing down. It's the nastiest thing you've ever seen. So they have small like bobcats and stuff like that. They push it all out in the street, and then this massive snowblower blows the stuff into the back of dump trucks, and they haul it all away. But that will never happen in a situation like us. They just don't have the resources. And evidently our mayor, who is somehow trying to save money or whatever, I believe as of right now the count is something like 5 of our graders are out of service, and a whole bunch of our plow trucks are also out of service. This is anybody that voted for Emily Larson in Duluth, Minnesota. You're an idiot, and I hope Emily stops over at your house with her shovel and helps you dig out. Because the only chance you have is if you live on a bike trail. Because that's all she cares about. Okay, Mr. Holster, back to the comments. Smile Money. How do you know that your Diet Coke was coming out my nose when you said you were not an idiot? I cannot answer your trick question. DFC, I enjoyed watching you drink a Boilermaker.
Boilermakers are good.
Beer and whiskey?
You gotta drop the shot glass in the mug, though.
Do you prefer to pour it in or drop the shot?
Drop the shot, but I don't want you to do that when you come, because it'd be a crime to ruin that beautiful champagne of beer, that beautiful bottle of champagne of beer. That's pretty expensive stuff to do that kind. You get the cheap stuff. You do that.
Okay, so seems how you get put on the hot seat. Would you, now I know I've seen you drink beer. Have you ever been a big fan of whiskey?
What?
Of whiskey.
Rye whiskey?
Well, I've actually seen you drink rye whiskey, but would that be your choice?
Rye whiskey, yes. As opposed to bourbon or
Yeah.
that foul stuff from Scotland that shouldn't even be made. That stuff that's made out of peaty dirt and smoke. Scotch, that's what they call it.
Well, that was perfect timing. Actually, presently at this moment in time, I do not have any rye whiskey. I might have to stop at the liquor store tomorrow. Okay, back to the comments. Frontline Cigars, Babes, Knockers, J-Dogs, here. Frontline, the snow as kids was awesome, or Matt's current status. As adults, it sucks balls. Yeah. I don't own a snowmobile, and because of 3 knee surgeries, I have not gone downhill skiing in a while, so I'm with you, Frontline. Snow sucks balls. On the other hand, Mr. Holster, I really enjoyed snow removal at the job sites because my shovel was a Bobcat.
Let it go.
Well, I'm just saying.
Slippery, though?
Huh?
Did it warm up enough you were spinning? Slippery? Or was it cold enough up there you didn't have that problem?
Well, actually, this year I have done no snow removal with the Bobcat because our Bobcat is, well, it went in to be serviced before there was snow, and there was a list of what the problems were. And evidently, they said that they fixed them, but then the owner decided to put a bunch of LED lights on it. And in the process of the Bobcat being used by a friend of his, which I personally don't want to sound like I'm narrow-minded or whatever, but if I had that kind of money invested in something, I would not be loaning it out all the time. The Bobcat, I guess, burst into flames because the wiring burst into flames because something was wired wrong. And the person that's working on it now said that said electrical problem took out the brand new starter and possibly the brand new alternator, which they put the wrong alternator on, and the pulley was out of sync with the rest of the rotation and is chewing up belts. And they didn't fix any of the rest of the shit that was on my list.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, so in the top 10 worst snowstorms in the Duluth area, our Bobcat has been sitting idle, waiting for parts to come in.
that's no fun.
Hey, tell a funny joke. I gotta go turn the ultrasonic cleaner on.
Ultrasonic cleaner. You need an ultrasonic cleaner. I have no funny jokes. You know what the difference between a doctor and God is? God doesn't think he's a doctor.
Hey, do I still have to wear the tinfoil hat?
You can put it aside, save it for later, until you go to bed.
The aluminum foil is interacting with my brain.
So what is the brew for tonight that you're pretending you're drinking?
Oh, I'm reviewing Sidecar Orange IPA from Sierra Nevada. Does that sound good or what?
Yeah, could be.
I haven't given it a score yet. Okay, back to the comments. Frontline, probably Ford Explorers. That's what we have. I believe so, Frontline. And the question he's answering is what the Duluth PD are running other than their cars. Gunwild top 10 commenter once again, bitches. Salty Shellback says boobies better if you're naked. Steven Hops and Lead Flying Dog equals pure ass garbage. You know, just stop me if you have something that you want to add.
No one interests me at this point.
Okay, smile.
Salty Shellback. Anytime you see something from Salty Shellback and he's not talking about pork rinds, I'm not interested. The guy's a world-renowned expert in pork rinds, and he's talking about dribble about boobies. See what I'm saying?
Hey, I actually received some pork rinds from Jim yesterday.
Really? Florida pork rinds?
Yeah. Hey, have you seen me talk about those microwavable pork rinds?
No. Are there such a thing?
Yeah.
What do they do when you microwave them?
They turn into pork rinds. I did not open a package before I microwaved it. I'm almost afraid to see what's in there.
So you uncooked pork skins, and you put them in the microwave. Yum, yum, themsies.
I might have to bring some with me this weekend, along with my Walther.
That would be the gun to bring with them if that's what you're bringing.
Okay.
Hard to believe the same company that made the P88 made the P99.
Listen, you're fake news. You're fake news.
Okay, back to the comments. Smile Money. I don't know, Eric. Gillian did eat the chunk of hot chocolate, so his truck might be a hovercraft. Smile Money. Our trash trucks are used for snow plowing, so the trash wouldn't need to wait. Hey, that's a freaking great idea. I've never even seen that. A garbage truck with a snowplow attached to the front of it? Shit. That seems like a match. See, now, in Duluth, the snowplows are handled by the city of Duluth. The garbage companies are independently owned. But now in Superior, the garbage is actually picked up by the city of Superior, so they have absolutely no reason to not put plows on their garbage trucks. Wow.
That's right. You could do the same thing. Of course, your plowing is going to be kind of intermittent and slow.
And the thing is if you saw
you
how...
have to stop at every house as they plow.
Yeah, that seemed like it's Yeah, actually, now that you point that out, the only way that that would work is they'd literally have to plow and then come back for the garbage cans. Which, if you saw how my alley looked, there's no way the truck could get anywhere near the garbage can because either A, it's too far back in the snowdrift to get to, or B, you just knocked the bitch over and now it's no longer able to be picked up by the...
Well, that is a valid point, though. If you're going to pick up the garbage in alleys, if the garbage cans are in alleys, then you might as well have the snowplow and just do it that way.
Well, if
everybody has to wait for the alley to be plowed after everything else is plowed anyways.
Oh, definitely. The front street was done 2 days sooner than the alley got done. Okay.
You can just live here and then you go plowed at all.
Matt Davis. Sounds like the old Toyota needs some of those tank treads you put on the axles. Stay warm, Eric. The problem, Matt, is if I actually could afford to buy the track kit to put on my Toyota, I would be able to afford to buy a real truck and not have to worry about what's left of my poor Toyota. Yeah, after my maneuver the other day of getting out of the alley, I'm sure I didn't do any justice to my frame, let alone the attachment of what's left of my cab to the frame. Matt Davis. Oh shit, E. My football team beat your team. Haha, Seahawks rule. What football team? Now, of course, giving credit where credit is due, I don't think any of the Minnesota Vikings ever took a knee. That question would be better suited if I was actually wearing that shirt. This is how a Patriot takes a knee. Today, Mr. Holster, I'm wearing my Celebrate Diversity shirt.
The unicorn one again?
Yeah, the unicorn one.
The hat, that's right. Well, it's kind of a scarf hat, cape, kind of. Cousin Jimmy liked it, though.
How does who like it?
Cousin Jimmy liked it.
Oh. Well, I tell you then, I got a tribute for Cousin Jimmy.
I bet you do.
Oh God, Cousin Jimmy's gonna be like wet and ready when you see this. Okay, back to the comments. Gunwild, was the microphone issue on John's end? I noticed on the last Locked and Loaded and Ms. Bomey Zone, John's mic was echoing. Yes, Gunwild. What happened is when John redid his computer system, a bunch of wires got mixed up, not literally, actually software-based, and the whole time that John thought that his big, bad, expensive radio producer guy microphone was working, what he was actually recording on was the microphone on his video camera. So, yeah, that didn't go over too well. Yeah, so cousin Jimmy, you're gonna like this get up. Okay, back to the comments.
He likes everything you wear. He's always commenting on that.
Good God. Real Cool Burnout says cheers. Zeus says flamethrower versus blizzard. Yeah, I wonder how that would work if the city just drove around with napalm trucks. J-Dog, I'd buy a Lock Motors Rally Fighter. I have no idea what that is, J-Dog. J-Dog, seeing how people don't pay attention to people on motorcycles, I would not in good conscience help with anything to get Sam a Grom. J-Dog, off till Wednesday night, hopefully, then can get everything plowed by then. Stormy Coyote, is the Dragunov rifle new? It's one of my someday down the road rifles I wish to add to my collection. Right now, I have my mind set on a 1911 pistol with the extended beaver tail. So is there a model that he wants to know if there's a model I recommend. Well, Mr. Holster could get in on this too. In the world of 1911s, to be totally honest, I don't think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, which you would anyway, Mr. Holster, I believe the best bang for the buck right now is from Ruger in a 1911.
Really?
Okay, right now you're on your way to go buy a 1911. What would you really like to have?
I would go buy a Dan Wesson, hands down.
Well, yeah.
If I didn't want to spend $1,000, I'd probably buy a Ruger, or I'd look for a used SIG, because the SIGs don't hold their value very well because people don't appreciate them. So you can buy a used SIG pretty darn good.
Okay, I'm not going to argue with you at all, but when Stormy Coyote asked, I assume that he wasn't in the market for spending some big dollars on 1911s. A Dan Wesson, I would absolutely love to add a Dan Wesson to my collection. I would go for a Bob frame. I'd probably get it in a carry size Commander, and I would have no problems carrying it. They're awesome guns. Now, with what you just said, I got the chance to shoot a couple of David Brown and Bunky's 1911s 2 weekends ago, and the SIG Nightmare with the bobbed frame. Holy shit! I could easily add that to my want list, hands down. That thing was a tack driver. It was ultra comfortable in my hand. It had awesome sights. It was very smooth, and the trigger was everything that you would want in a 1911.
Well, there you go.
Absolutely. And back to the comments.
But you can pick up a regular Dan Wesson full size for around $1,200-1,300. You don't go for the one with all the bells and whistles.
Well, and for what you'd get at that price point, that's a gun that you would definitely hand down to your next generation.
Other than that, you can go buy yourself a Wilson Combat for $4,000. I don't particularly think I'd spend $4,000 if I could get a Dan Wesson for $1,300. You know what I'm saying? But that's me.
I have to honestly say, if I won the lottery and I could actually get the 1911 of my dreams, it would be a Nighthawk Customs. Okay. Oh, Stormy Coyote. The Dragunov that you asked about is right here. It has been in my collection for a fairly short amount of time. I stole this from John Huber from Huber Concepts. He borrowed me a couple of rifles. One of them was the SVT-40, which was the gun that actually preceded the SKS. And John informed me that there was a 0 chance in hell that he would let me even buy it, that he was going to love it and enjoy it, and when he was gone, it was going to his son, Sean, I believe. which he has many sons, so right there, if you're not Sean, you're probably very pissed off and disappointed. I do know that John Huber had a $4,000 cash offer to buy that gun from him, and he said no. So I pretty much realized even if he did want to sell it to me, it was out of my reach. The Dragunov here, on the other hand, I ended up working out a very nice deal on this, and I lost a couple of guns in my collection, and I have zero regrets. Actually, me and Mr. Holster were just talking about this. I sold my to a friend of mine. I sold my Mossberg 500 with the 327,000 pounds worth of add-ons. And I also sold my Matador Arms chassised up SKS, and Mr. Holster didn't seem to be disappointed by the loss of either one of those. On the other hand, I don't miss the shotgun. I regret ever selling my Benelli to buy a Mossberg. On the other hand, the Matador Arms SKS is only missed by the fact that Matador Arms has stopped producing that chassis, and Mr. Holster thought that it was probably because the price of the SKSs has raised to such a level that most people are just enjoying them in their stock form and would never consider chopping them apart to make them look like an AR or an AK. Right, Mr. Holster?
That's correct.
I have to tell you, I would probably be crying right now if I would have actually chopped Ed's SKS apart to put it in that Matador Arms chassis.
Yeah, it would have been criminal. You would have lost the respect of a lot of people, which is hard to believe that anybody has any respect for you. But yeah, that's true all the way around.
And Mr. Holster, right now I am showing them Ed's SKS. The gun that, and of course you knew Ed and the kind of person that he was, sends me this and tells me to do whatever I want with it. And I saw this thing as you guys are seeing this. You guys are seeing this, how it came out of the box. Except for, of course, it was covered in a little bit of Cosmoline. And to actually consider cutting this gun apart. I honestly couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. The only thing I've done to this is I gave it the old $5 trigger job, just to try to clean it up just a little bit. And this thing is absolutely a tack driver. And of course, a big thank you to Big Dog Leather for making me the Be Like Ed sling for it.
Hi.
Hi.
Christmas tree's done.
Oh, goody.
Now I gotta work on the chick tree, but I'll finish that tomorrow. Look
Hey.
what I found.
Hey, Mr. Holster, the Christmas tree's done.
The what?
The Christmas tree is up.
What was it? And you didn't participate. Your wife did it all.
Yeah.
He's a bah hamburger. He don't like to decorate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you see this? I found this in the Christmas decorations.
Hey, Mr. Holster, guess what Christine found buried in the Christmas decorations?
What?
Last year for Christmas, I gave her Alicia, and she found the certificate of adoption that I gave her before she opened the rifle.
I'm keeping it up.
You know, how is that? The first firearm ever that I named. And I ended up giving it to her as a Christmas present. Actually, I'm thinking about renaming this this beautiful Walther SW99. I think I'm gonna call it the Jack.
That's even insulting to Jack.
Hey, what are you doing with my birdie? Who said you could touch my gun?
What did I tell you, Mr. Holster? If she comes down here and sees her birdies out, what are you doing with my gun? This is the short list to go to the range this weekend. The cowboy guns, a Smith and Wesson 1066, the Desert Eagle, and our host really loves the S&W 99, so I'm thinking about bringing it. Hey, did I just hear you throw up a little?
Just a sour taste in my mouth. I can't get it out.
He left the bad taste in his mouth. What's that silver thing next to the gun? That little blingy thing. What the heck is that?
It's the Millennium Falcon bottle opener. It's from Jimbo.
Ooh.
And the other is a ring that's a bottle opener.
Oh yeah, just what you need. For the goal.
Okay.
On the goal.
We still got to do dinner yet, so I got to get through these comments.
Almost done with your comments, by the way?
Yeah, if Mr. Holster had stopped talking.
Well, I'm going to stop talking because I got to go make dinner for myself.
See?
Not everybody can participate in a 2-hour drunken brew review.
Hey, right now we're at 1 hour and 2 minutes.
That's apparently my limit there. 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Okay, so do you want me to say goodbye to you, or do you want me to keep reading comments?
Well, you can do both. Just because I'm leaving doesn't mean you have to stop reading your comments.
A man of logic. How can you argue with that? Okay, so...
I have to take my radioactive breath over to the kitchen to make dinner.
Maybe you could just blow on dinner and it'll be done in less time than a 1,000-watt microwave.
Could be. Possible. I've always wanted to use that line from that classic movie, Cannonball Run 2. Where Don DeLuise turns and says, "Stand back, I have radioactive breath." Now I can.
Well, I do appreciate the bringing the classiness of the brew review massively up.
Somebody has to.
That doesn't say much, but thank you.
Okay, I'm not sure if there's going to be a brew review tomorrow. There might be. I got a bunch of...
I'm thinking no, because we're going to be very busy tomorrow.
I got a whole bunch of stuff that has to get done tomorrow. Because I got to make sure I'm all packed up for the range this weekend.
We got a lot to do.
That's right, and the range is plowed out. I actually got the Bobcat down there.
The hard target range?
No, I didn't plow that out.
Oh.
You have to walk through the snow a little bit, but I plowed up to the gate to it. Plowed out the other range, and beyond that to the gate to the side gate to the hard target range. It's not too bad.
Oh. Excellent.
I can't get the Bobcat through that gate, so.
Well, if you use enough throttle, you can.
Yeah, although I'm not going to do that.
All right, well, hopefully there's not going to be any additional snow that we were actually, we were supposed to get some tonight, maybe.
Yeah, not anymore.
Good. We're not supposed to, the mayor has talked to Mother Nature, and it's no longer going to happen.
Please do not mention
Well, there you go.
Don't mention her.
Okay, well,
They're restless. I got to go.
I'll let you go so you can go blow radioactive isotopes onto your dinner and have it done in less than 2 minutes. And I'll finish the comments so I can order something that will probably be even worse for me.
There you go.
Okay.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Bye, Mr. Holster.
Okay, be careful putting my, gun away.
Yeah, I'll be careful putting your gun away. Oh, what is this? This is a fail. Now, on the other hand, these cool ones. Have you shot this one yet? And of course, this is the best of the three of them.
No.
When you shoot this, you'll never want to go back to that pea shooter that you call a cowboy gun.
I like my cowboy gun. I waited a long time to get my cowboy gun. Don't be snarky about my cowboy gun.
Not to mention these beautiful grips from I Carry One.
Those are very nice, but you need to hurry up. Okay, it's like 6:49 right now.
Son of a bitch. Crazy Scotsman says whiskey. Want to get this one for me?
What?
Whiskey.
Whiskey?
Mm-hmm.
I'll drink wine upstairs.
Oh, remind me tomorrow on my way home to pick up a fine bottle of rye whiskey. A travel size, if you know what I mean.
Your travel size or my travel size? Let's be clear about that.
Scotsman, I owe you. Scotsman, not sure what the fuck is you're drinking. Supposedly standing in for Two-Hearted Ale, but I call bullshit, as I'm sure Ed would too. Get some Two-Hearted Ale, damn it. Hashtag be like Ed. Okay, I knew I was eventually going to get called out on that. Mr. 27, something's wrong with the person who don't like big boobs with a little bit of beer. Mr. 27, 33rd. Where's that multi-gunman, damn Canadian? Mr. 27, we get snow here about a ½ inch every 10 years. Shit. Yeah, we got, I want to say in our area they were saying somewhere between 20 and 22 inches. DFC, I've successfully implemented the term cock yodeler into my everyday life. Been using it at work at a very high level. Hey, when you meet a bunch of cock yodelers, that's just kind of what happens. Oh, Stormy Coyote, if you're still with me, as far as Holy Grail guns, seriously, the Dragunov was one of my Holy Grail guns. I won't even lie. I've been pretty lucky. The other Holy Grail gun is definitely a Garand. This thing is just such an incredible shooting rifle. It's okay. Back at the Hall of Justice, Aquaman. Okay, Sharky. That's plenty of snow on the live feed. Oh, nice SVD versus just VD. You know, before it actually falls off of there, and then I'm really upset. Let's move this. Sharky, today's menu. Endive potato mash, served with small meatballs and an Amsterdam-style pickled onion gravy. Jay Wolf from Elite Ammunition. Late, yes, I like this stuff. Oh, this is on what I thought he would like. Light for them, but still nice crisp beer goes well. Mr. 27, probably 80% of the kids in school are illegals, laugh out loud. Mr. 27, everyone always ripping on Matt. I know, Matt just gets no respect. Mr. 27, holy intro boobs. Ebomey, very nice. Jay, Elite Ammunition, at least on the right video. They are busy plowing all the snow off the streets in the primary voters' neighborhoods. You know, Little Moganisha, where all the thrifty Muslims live. The filthy Muslims live. Yeah, I'm sure. Jay, this is why Lambo offers a hopped-up ultralight two-wheel drive version of their Huracan. Yeah, because who the fuck wants all-wheel drive on a supercar? Wade, I would never live where they had an emergency snow anything. Rich, Fumaster 2, you should have paired this video with the Milk Stout. That with those milkmaids bringing us the show. Cheers, my friend. Cheers, Rich. Johnny Concho on an older one, only 20 minutes long and no brew babe. Wow, how you've matured. Yeah, this one, you have to be looking at a video where none of this shit's even in the background. Blue Thunder. When you buy a vehicle from me, I could give a fuck less how it becomes your problem. Jerry, I didn't get the invite from Matt. I wonder why. Jerry, you have some pair of balls to ask that. It's underwear for a pair of balls. Jerry, Matt would be all over a blow-up doll. Jerry, I need to see a video up on Matt's video, or Matt's snowmobile. Now we're going to the 200 Ale Club. Sidecar Orange IPA. You know, it's not bad. The orange peel flavor seems legit, which, you know, I've always been more into oranges than orange peels, but I don't know, it's still drinkable, and I say thank you to Frontline Cigars with the help of David Brown. And I would give this a 7. Now, going to the Two Hearted Ale Club. Ooh, choose wisely. Why even bring a beer? There's only two of you in the Two Hearted Ale Club, and I think the first one in, Mike Gillian. This might be the first time I've seen you in the Two Hearted Ale Club. And he says, cheers, all. Cheers, Mike. And J-Dog, Heart Club. We hit the refresh button, and I'm only going to hit it one time because I need to, it's my turn to cook, so I need to go order dinner. And, I say, cheers, guys, and if I don't see you tomorrow, which right now is looking a little unlikely, you guys have a good weekend, because I know I am going to have a good weekend.